Let's welcome our final team.
Hello, good afternoon, and my name is Wayne, and this is Adam, and we also have Miffy, but Miffy got COVID today, so we will just play her recording later. And our business report topic is how Hermes dealt with LVMH's takeover. And I will introduce the abstract first. Okay, so in the early 2000s, Hermes faced many challenges regarding the succession of their family leadership. And as an old, high-class, and well-known company controlled by their family, Hermes became the takeover target of LVMH, the world's largest luxury conglomerate. And in 2010, LVMH acquired a very large quantity of shares of Hermes, and it seems like they have intention to take over. And this really put Hermes in a very difficult position. So in our report, we analyzed the process of Hermes trying to prevent itself from being taken over by LVMH. And we also discussed Hermes' internal structure. And there are 4 main points that we want to delve into. And first, what is the intention of LVMH increasing Hermes' stake? And second, how Hermes try to maintain family's control, and how they come up with their solution. And third, what is the outcomes and the impacts of the whole event. And fourth, how they should deal with the problems of business successor within family's company in the future. Yeah. And the next part is about the company.
So before we start this controversy, we're gonna introduce Hermes first. So about this company, Hermes was an old-fashioned high-class brand, and Hermes is celebrated for its exceptional craftsmanship and product as well. For over 2 centuries, the company has been under the control of its family, preserving its rich heritage and dedication in the traditional artisanal techniques. So we've brought some major events to our discussion. The controversy sowed seeds in the early 2000s. During 2001-2002, LVMH, also known as Louis Vuitton Moet Hennessy, has gained 4.9% of the shares through derivatives and subsidiaries. And 10 years later, they already gained 14.2% stake via derivatives that allowed them to avoid having to legally declare its holding. And just the same year, 2 months later, Hermes set up a company to counter its actions to prevent it from hostile takeover. They set up a company and to gather all their shares together with 15.2% of Hermes shares together. And the same year earlier, Hermes also complained for a criminal against LVMH Group in a Paris court. And a year later, just some months later, on the 2013 of April, LVMH was found that it has secretly bought shares in rival Hermes to build a stake in the iconic Paris-based design house, and was proved to have evidence showed that. And later, LVMH Group was proved in AMF, which is the Autorité des Marchés Financiers, which has a similar function to Taiwan's Financial Supervisory Commission. And it proved that they have violated some rules and penalized them with 10.4 million euro. It might sound huge, but to be precise, it is pretty much 0.1% of how much LVMH group made for a year, just 0.1%. So later that year, LVMH announced, just in also April, LVMH announced that they had no idea they had accumulated so much share. Like, basically they're saying that they parked in their neighbor's garage, but they had no idea, which is literally bullshit. And so later that year, so the other year, LVMH announced that it would distribute its 23% of shares. So you can see that over 10 years of hard work, they finally gained 23% of Hermes share. So it is true to prove that the Hermes set up a private holding company was the right decision. So 23% of stake in Hermes gained by LVMH was going to be distributed to its shareholders and institutional investors, and agreed not to buy more shares in Hermes for the next 5 years. So we think that, before our conclusion, we think that maybe if LVMH had done this more secretly, as if they're top secret, they would have succeeded. But unfortunately not. Their spokesperson must be careful enough to do that. So jump to our conclusion, that goes to our Miffy part.
Okay, and I will just play my phone.
Hello, this is Miffy. We think that in conclusion, Hermes has been a jewelry in the luxury world, a shining star in the luxury world. So no wonder LVMH wanted to take over it. We think that if there wasn't succession problems, which means that the problem of choosing the next leader, if such things didn't happen to Hermes, LVMH might didn't have the opportunity to possibly take over the brand. It is essential to plan for the younger generation, their skills or their entrepreneurships, to plan for them to lead the company. If they want to retain family control over the company, they need to plan for such things as early as possible. We think that they should improve the succession system. Thank you.
Very good. Can we also start with maybe 2 questions or comments? Or any thoughts? Any potential Acme buyers? I think I'd like to ask a question. Yeah, I think it's a brilliant story you're trying to tell here. I appreciate the storytelling you used. But I wonder, what is the significance of this case? Who do you think can truly benefit from the case, from the fact that LVMH failed to take over Acme?
I think the significant point is that we through analyzing this process, and we can dig into to see what is the true problem of this incident. Like if Hermes they can their family can be more cooperation, or they do not have some family related issue, and they will they may not encounter this kind of incident. Yeah.
Well, I hold a different perspective. I believe that the one that truly benefits from this incident is AMF, the authority, because they earned 10.8 million at no cost. So I think that's the real beneficial party.
Okay. Yeah, but I think actually I like how you replied to the question. Yeah, I think the reason I'm asking, I think this will be the reader's first question when they read your BR. This can also help you to specify the takeaway of the BR. For example, you mentioned that, so the case shows that how a family business can still maintain control, right? Even it has to deal with a hostile takeover. So maybe you can intend this VR for example, for people inside family businesses, especially the second or third generation, so they can learn from every case that how they can preserve their family business. Yeah. So this will be the readership you can try to identify. I think it's really important that you want to keep in mind who you're writing for as you try to create a VR, because you cannot appeal to every kind of reader. So you want to just really know who you're writing for first. Okay, good. So any further questions or comments? Yes?
I would like to ask, because, like LVMH is continue to merge other luxury companies over these years. So is there any other cases that is similar to like Hermes cases? Like because LVMH is they merged a lot of companies this year.
I believe there are, and you could look up to the website and you will find a lot. But I think because Hermes is also a well-known company as well, also a luxury brand in France, so it will be shown up to be our discussion. Yes.
I think there must be other cases like in cooperation. But I think this case, what makes this case special is that Hermes is a company that controlled by a company, controlled by a family, and that family, they have their own brand concept, so they don't want to be controlled by maybe business-oriented company like LVMH. Yeah.
And maybe we can compare this brand with other brands controlled by family, right? Maybe Versace and Prada. Maybe we can find some similarities here. Okay. Good. So yeah, thank you for the effort. I think again, it's an outstanding presentation. Very good.